The apartment smelled of rain and coffee when Mia decided to organize her vacation pictures. Ryan had gone out for groceries, leaving his laptop open on the couch. They'd just returned from their dream trip, 7 days in Bali, sunsets by the ocean, promises whispered under the stars. Or so she thought. As she transferred photos to her drive, she noticed a hidden folder named Backup_2. Curiosity made her click. Inside were hundreds of photos, not from work, not from old trips, but from their vacation. Except in these pictures, she wasn't the one beside him. Her breath hitched. A girl she didn't recognize was laughing in Ryan's arms, wearing the same necklace Mia had gifted him on his birthday. Same beaches, same hotel bed, same smiles, only this time they weren't hers. The sound of the rain grew louder outside as tears blurred her vision. Her hands trembled over the mouse. Every photo felt like a dagger, proof that the man who once said, "You're my forever," had already replaced her before the echoes of their laughter had faded. She sat frozen for minutes that felt like hours. When Ryan came home, humming, shaking off his umbrella, he looked at her and smiled. "Hey babe, what's for dinner?" She blinked, forcing a smile so calm it scared even her. "I was just looking at our vacation photos," she said softly. He froze for half a second, barely noticeable, but enough for her to see it. That flicker of guilt in his eyes. "Oh," he said quickly. "Yeah, those were amazing, huh?" "Unforgettable," she replied quietly. He didn't notice the flash drive already tucked into her pocket. That night, she lay beside him in bed, staring at the ceiling while he scrolled through his phone. The glow from his screen lit up his face, peaceful, unbothered. She wanted to ask why. Why pretend? But instead, she whispered only one sentence to herself. "Tomorrow, I'll show him what forever looks like when it ends." The next evening, Mia called their closest friends over. Ryan looked confused as he came home to laughter, wine glasses, and a projector set up in the living room. "What's all this?" he asked. "Just a small get-together," she said. "I thought we could all relive our trip together." He smiled nervously, scratching the back of his neck. "Oh, sure, sounds fun." The slideshow began. At first, it was normal. Beaches, sunsets, selfies. Ryan relaxed, even laughed a little. But then the screen glitched, and suddenly a new image appeared. Ryan, arms around another woman, kissing her on the same beach where Mia had written their initials in the sand. The room fell silent. No one moved. No one spoke. The next photo showed him smiling in a mirror, the girl behind him wearing his shirt. Then another, lying on the same hotel bed Mia had slept in. Mia stood slowly, her eyes glistening under the dim light. She turned to face him, her voice calm but sharp. "You told me this trip was ours," she said, "but it looks like you were making memories before I even packed my bag." Ryan's mouth opened, but no words came out. "Mia, Save it," she cut in quietly. "You were right when you said these photos were special. I just didn't know who they were special for." Her friends looked away, uncomfortable, as Ryan's face turned pale. Mia reached for the remote and stopped the slideshow. The screen went black, leaving only silence and shame hanging in the air. She turned toward the door, grabbed her coat, and said one last thing. "I thought memories were meant to be shared. Guess I was right." Then she left, calm, graceful, and heartbreakingly strong. Outside, the rain had started again. She walked slowly, her reflection rippling in puddles, the cool air mixing with the warmth of her tears. For the first time, she didn't feel weak. She felt done. Later that night, Ryan called her over and over. Messages poured in, apologies, excuses, desperation. She didn't respond. She didn't delete them either, because sometimes silence speaks louder than anger. A week later, she mailed the flash drive to him with a short note inside. "Since you love memories so much, I thought you should keep these. Don't worry, I deleted mine. No signature, no goodbye. Ryan never replied. Months later, Mia sat in a small cafe by the beach, the same kind of place where he once promised forever. But now, she smiled for herself. Her camera sat beside her coffee cup, filled with new photos, ones that didn't hurt to look at. She had learned something powerful. You can't control who betrays you, but you can control what version of yourself you walk away as. The truth may hurt, but it never hides forever. Sometimes, the picture you didn't want to see is the one that finally sets you free. She never got closure from him, but she found it in the reflection of her own strength.